Jared Leto, welcome back to the project.
Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Congratulations on Morbius. I must confess, I wasn't aware of who Morbius was, but good Lord, I am aware now. That was quite an education.
Thank you so much. And yeah, this is in a sense a first date. We're getting to know each other. And I got to tell you, it was an absolute honor to bring this character to the screen for the very, very first time.
You need a doctor?
I am a doctor.
Morbius made his debut in the Amazing Spider-Man comics in 1971, the very same year Jared Leto was born. And now, 51 years later, he's being introduced to the big screen as part of the Spider-Man expanded universe.
Michael Morbius.
Time to let go of what you used to be. Discover who you're meant to be.
Jared, this almost represents a reunion of types between a former Batman and a former Joker. Did you get a chance to hang out and chat with the great man Michael Keaton on set?
Yeah, only in the film and Morbius. You know, he's one of my heroes. I mean, he's like one of the best actors ever. He's just got a spark in his eye and an energy, and shares his heart on screen. He's just an amazing one.
What's up, Doc?
And I have to ask, this is a more frivolous question, Jared, but there's obviously a lot of blood drinking. What were you drinking actually? Were they protein shakes? What was that blood?
Protein shakes, yeah, it was kale. Kale and cauliflower juice. No, I'm joking. It was definitely not kale and cauliflower. I would have spit it out. You know what that fake blood is a lot of times? It's actually corn syrup, and they dye it. So it's just sugar. You do take after take after take too, so you don't want to be drinking too much of that stuff or you'll be sick. You'll be sick quick.
As a result of my procedure, I have an overpowering urge to consume blood.
You famously go to quite drastic lengths to emotionally embody a character and also physically. In this movie, you start off as pasty and gaunt in a scene, and then you are tanned and buffed. By the way, I have never been either of those things, sadly. How did that work? Did you do a De Niro and go to Italy for 3 months between those shots?
I've done the De Niro, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
And it's a wild one. You know, I've lost the weight, I've gained the weight, and sometimes that process can help inform the character. Like for Dream and Dallas Buyers Club, there was something about being in that place that actually affected the heart and soul and spirit of the character. I like to challenge myself, and this film is a huge challenge for me.
Jared, the term method gets thrown around quite a bit, often attached to the way you work, but I understand maybe you didn't use that same method this time around.
I just hate that term. I don't use that's not my term. It's somebody else's term. You know, I love to work really intensely, and I call it immersive acting. And you know, I'm very focused. Some people call it staying in character, but working in this way, the thing that people never talk about and they forget is that it's actually a lot of fun. It's exciting. It's interesting. I like that approach.
And what do you like at the other end of filming? What do you like shaking off a character? Because I imagine Lady Gaga didn't want Dr. Morbius to be arriving at the House of Gucci.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's the challenge. I went from House of Gucci to this project called We Crash that's coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I had an Italian accent in one and an Israeli in the other, and completely different characters. I enjoy that. I like to look for the differences rather than the similarities. I think it's just fascinating to me.
Well, mate, congratulations. You are going to bring this character to life for so many people who are unaware of it. You continue to amaze in every role you perform. We can't wait to see you back down in Australia and hopefully with your band as well.
Yeah, 30 Seconds to Mars has a long overdue date with Australia, and we miss you guys down under. We can't wait to come back. What an amazing country. And look forward to seeing you guys soon.
That would be great. And you can catch Morbius in cinemas from next Thursday, March 31st.